And since then, I have been convicted multiple times. And convicted is such a bad word. You know, nobody wants to be convicted. I don't want to be convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor or whatever. But I mean, in this case, the creator of the universe, the creator of you and me, the creator of all 7 billion plus people, you know, on this rock floating through space, answered my prayer. Looking for him, seeking him. And it changed my life in such profound ways. Where I'm driving from, I couldn't go there, you know, because I got agoraphobia, as you can tell from my other videos. You know, I try to help people out with anxiety. I try to show them exposure therapy, things like that. And I don't want to alienate any of my audience. But I honestly feel like I'm doing more than just surviving in this life because of the grace of God. He hasn't healed me from the agoraphobia yet, and maybe it'll never happen. But that doesn't take away from my faith. I'm where I'm at right now for a reason. Maybe I'm becoming a stronger and a better person, and I've been going through some bad times lately. Things that 5-6 years ago, if you would have told me these things were going to happen, I would have immediately freaked out. You know, I would have been like, there's no way I'm going to survive, you know, being able to handle these things. And sure, you know, some of the things knocked me down. I was flat on my back, needed a standing 8 count. You know, I've had panic attacks that sent me to the emergency room, thinking I was dying, taking my last breath each time I would, you know, inhale. Bad stuff, you know? And anxiety really does suck because you don't see an illness on a person. You know, so many people say mind over matter, you know, and all this other stuff. It's so much more than that. Basically, if you're watching this and you're not really into the anxiety thing, you know, you're not tuning in for anxiety, you're tuning in because you want to hear what I have to say about God and, you know, how he affected my life. I'm sorry, but I'm walking a fine line here. I don't want to bust up my channel. I don't want to take my channel, you know, and say, okay, I'm going to have an agoraphobic channel and I'm going to have a channel where I talk about God. Because they're hand in hand with me. I feel God has blessed me with certain things in my life, and I feel like I have trials in other parts of my life, but I'll tell you this: the trials have made me a stronger person. And now, when other things happen to me in the future, I have faith that I'm going to be able to handle it. When, you know, just a few short years ago, you couldn't even mention these things without me, you know, having some sort of panic attack or something like that. So yes, I still am living with the spirit of fear. And I struggle with if you have the, you know, the faith of a mustard seed. Because a mustard seed is the smallest of all seeds that you would plant in a garden or, you know, on your farm or whatever, but grows into the biggest tree. Again, that would be like a garden type tree. It's obviously not a redwood. So, do I feel like I have the faith of a mustard seed? I hope so. You know, but what does the faith of a mustard seed look like? It's kind of like if you had the gravity of a mustard seed. Well, you can't see gravity. You can't measure, you know, you can't measure it the way you would need to measure gravity, because, as I'm sure most of you guys know, gravity is still a theory. We really don't know what it is. We can't, you know, have a handful of gravity. We can't You know, we can measure our weight on the moon and say, gee, you know, I weigh less on the moon than I do on Earth. But we still don't know what it is. And I struggle with that. Do I have the faith of a mustard seed in terms of, is my faith as big as a mustard seed? Or should my faith be sprouting like a mustard seed and, you know, be so big that birds could nest in it now? And if that's the case, what can I do to get this faith to grow even bigger in me, to destroy this spirit of fear? Or do I have this spirit of fear for a reason? Maybe I wouldn't be the person I am if I didn't have, you know, this agoraphobia. I don't know the answer to it.